Hey guys, it's me. I know I haven't posted in a while and I'm sorry for that. I've just been going through a lot right now. And some of you may already know what I'm experiencing and some of you may not. I did share it on one of my old videos because I don't really have a way of announcing things on my channel yet. Hoping I will get to that point, but I have not yet reached it. And I just wanted to tell you how I'm doing, and I didn't want to wait till I was in a really good place and just explain to you guys, what I felt, or the remnants of what I felt, or try to indicate exactly how I was feeling without still feeling it completely, because that didn't seem fair to you. It didn't really seem, kind of echoing what my channel is supposed to represent. I'm trying to be real and honest and vulnerable and explain to you what is difficult and what, can be amazing about life. And I'm sure you guys have all kinds of experiences that can relate to that. But I feel as though if I keep this to myself and I tell you about it later, I may be in a better place, but I won't be the same person. Does that make sense? I feel like a different person right now. I don't feel like myself. I am struggling very much, and I'm currently looking for therapy, but not actively. Meaning, I know that I need it, but I have not yet searched for it. And maybe it's because part of me believes that I deserve to feel this way because of the harmful things I've been doing to myself to cope with the loss of my mother, and with having been the one to find her after she had been dead for a couple days. I think either way it would have hit me hard, but I've always, told myself someone close to me, died, and, I was told that I probably wouldn't feel anything, and that's not because I wouldn't care, but at that moment in time I wouldn't be able to access those feelings. I would probably shut down and not want to believe it, and that it would take me a while to come to terms with the fact that that person is no longer there. Because when you don't see it, you can tell yourself so many things, like, oh, it didn't happen, like they just moved away and they're not here anymore, or they're just like on vacation, or that person was lying, they're just missing. There's so many things you can tell yourself. When you're slapped in the face with the fact that they're dead by actually seeing their body, seeing them deceased, there's no way to hide from it. You can't trick yourself. Well, yeah, you could say, oh, that never happened, I didn't see them, but no. Every other moment that you're trying to feel okay, or you think that you're okay, your brain is going to flash that horrific picture into your brain and remind you why you're not okay. Remind you why you shouldn't feel okay because of what you saw, what you experienced. And that has been very hard for me. The loss of my mom itself was very hard for me. She's here now, or she was here, and now she's not. We weren't super close, but we were close. We had a tumultuous relationship, growing up, and then over the past few years we've gotten closer, and it was hard because I felt like we finally got to a good place where we respected each other, we admired each other, we felt like we were better people together than we ever had been. And I didn't realize that the last time I saw her would be goodbye, you know? So if you know anyone that's going through this, I think the best thing to do is to be patient. Because although you can say all the nice, pretty things in the world, it doesn't help. And I'm sorry. I know you're trying. I know you're extending your hand, saying, I'm here. Talk to me. It's gonna be okay. It's not gonna feel okay for us for a while. And you know that's okay too. We may put on a brave face and act like, oh, you know, I'm fine. Like, laugh at all the jokes, talk about funny things, you know, start to look the way we used to. But you know, when we're alone with our thoughts and our feelings, it's so hard not to go back to that moment. To that moment where we lost so much. That moment when we were alone, saying one of the worst things we ever could. You know, and that's never easy. I don't care who you are, what you've been through. It's never easy. And my family, you know, they feel so guilty for allowing me to experience that. And, you know, first I told myself, you know what? I'm glad it was me. Because I feel like, you know, I've been through so much trauma, so much hardship, that, you know what, I know I can get through this. You know, I can get through this too, and I'll be fine. You know? And, you know, there's still a part of me that feels that way. But then the other part of me is saying, you know what, I don't know. I don't know if I can get through this. There are times when I feel like, you know, I need to call 911 on myself because I am not okay. I'm going to do something really stupid and I'm going to regret it. But I just don't want to feel right now. I don't want to feel any of this. And then the next best thing sometimes is using your unhealthy coping mechanisms just to stay alive. You know, it's just until I feel better. Just until I feel better will I keep doing this. But you know what? You're never going to feel better until you actually push through those emotions and get through the other side. Because you're lying to yourself every day if you say, no, this is just for now. Okay, this is just for now. This is so I can get through it. Just one more purge, one more cut, one more drink, you know, just numb out for a little bit, just to not feel, just to be happy, just to get through the day. And then it starts to creep up on you a little bit, you know, at the end of the day, that numbness starts to wear off. You start to realize, I'm just the same. I haven't grown. I haven't accomplished anything. Really, in the long run, I'm just hurting myself. You know? I'm just wasting away my days trying not to feel. Trying to be okay. And in reality, it's okay to not be okay. Those people extending their hands to you, those are the people you should be calling in order to get through this. You don't have to be alone. There's so many better things you could be doing than hurting yourself. I know that's what you know. I know that's what you've taught to do in traumatic situations. Because of things that have happened to you or hurt you, but you don't have to do it again. You don't have to go down that road. You have people now in your life that want to be there for you. And don't ignore that. Don't ignore that. And if you don't, I'm here. And we'll get through it together. I may not be able to sometimes say I can do it to myself, but I can tell you, you can do it. And maybe we can help each other through a hard time and talk about it. And have someone really listen and understand what you're going through. Because I know right now I feel so alone. You know, I was Googling and searching on Reddit for people that have gone through the same situation. I just felt so alone and I couldn't talk to anyone. I didn't want to hurt them. I didn't want to say, you don't know what I feel. You could never feel what I feel. Because you've never been through it. And I didn't say that in anger. I said that in frustration. Because I didn't want to be alone. And I just feel so many times in my life I've just been alone. But I don't want you to. So I'm sharing this. Calling out all you people that think you're alone. You're not. People are cheering you on from the sidelines. People you don't even know. But they know you exist. And they care about you. And I need to remember that every day. Because there are moments when I want to give up. I just want to make that last cut. Dig deeper and deeper until I can't feel anything. Pop some pills. Overdose. You know? And some people may think it's selfish. They think, you know what? Why would they do that? Why would they do that to me? Don't they know what kind of pain that causes? Don't they understand that they'll get through it? And yes, I see your point of view. I do. But you also have to understand our point of views. You can't just blame us. You can't just point your finger and say, why? Why did you do that? You are just too weak. And it's not true. We've been strong for a long time, trying to get through it. Trying to push ourselves. And maybe it looks like we're weak because you see the scars on our arms or you smell the alcohol on our breath, but that's us trying to be strong. It's the only way we know how to be strong. We haven't been taught other ways to push through things. That's how we do it. It doesn't mean we're any weaker than you. We're not as smart, not as educated. You know, people say we're actually more sensitive and more equipped because instead of, you know, going through life being miserable, we use our coping mechanisms to bury it, to find a way through the pain, able to feel other things than pain and not focus on it. What I'm trying to say is that although we may feel like there's not a way out and struggle with the strength to stay here and get through it and push through it and do everything in our power to be here. You know, it's hard. Like I said, people think it's selfish. And maybe it is. But you have to see the other side. You know, when we've been strong for so long, it can only seem like the right thing to do. Because as much as it hurts people for us to leave, imagine how much pain we feel we're causing with the life that we have. When we tell people what we struggle with, or what we're continuing to struggle with, how they're worried and scared and stressed and upset over the things we do related to ourselves, not to them at all. These people that want to help us, we feel like a hindrance. And sometimes we really are. But it's not our fault. Those people have not set good boundaries with us, have not set good boundaries with themselves. They're intertwined with us. They think if they love me, they'd stop. No, if we loved ourselves, we would stop. Those late night calls, you don't have to answer them. If you've got work in the morning and you feel like that call is going to be, hey, I'm at the bar, it's 2 a.m., can you pick me up please, and we're sloshed. And this is the third time this week. You need to take care of yourself and you need to not answer that call because you are just adding to the problem. Sometimes you just have to leave us to fend for ourselves and figure it out. You can't hold everybody's hand. You know, I had someone once tell me, a good friend of mine, because like you guys know, I struggle with cutting, as well as other things. And he used to say, oh, I wish I was strong enough to do that. And I told her straight to her face, it's not strength. It's my weakness. These urges aren't built on strength. They're signs that I'm hurting and I feel weak and out of control. It's not, oh, I'm so strong. Like people say pain is weakness leaving the body. No, that's not what I think. I think pain reminds us that we're still here. And for me, it released anger, it released sadness, it released frustration. Because I always was scared, of myself and what I was capable of. So much anger, so much pain, so much hate. I didn't know what to do with it, and I didn't want to hurt people. So you know what? I hurt myself. And again, that makes it seem, oh, you're saving yourself from, hurting people. Yeah, okay. Laugh at me all you want. But that's what it felt like to me. Felt like I didn't have the words to express how I felt. Nobody cared. Nobody cared if they hurt me. Laughed at me when I cried. Thought I was being over the top, dramatic, attention seeker. When really, I just had so many feelings. I didn't know what to do with them. So I used my body as an escape. And I know, you guys, this has nothing to do with my mom dying. Just me talking about how I feel right now. What comes up for me. Sorry, I have a spider web on my foot. Don't worry, you guys, I'm not gonna kill myself. And I'm not advocating for people to kill themselves at all. I just wanted to share what it feels like for me personally. I'm sure other people can relate to it, but I'm not going to say, oh, everybody feels this way when this happens, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not what I'm saying. It's just there are times when I want to be here, and there's times when I don't. And the times when I don't, all the times I stick my fingers down my throat. Because it's easier to do that. It's safer to do that than ask for help. Because what if I ask for help and no one's there? It's too vulnerable, you know? People have lives. They can't hold your hand constantly. You gotta do it for yourself. Maybe the other part of me is if I reach out, then I won't get what I need. That deep, dark need of needing that addiction. I'm like, oh, but it's just so easier because it's right here. It's right by my side. You know, whereas somebody else, you know, it's texting or it's a call and, you know, a distraction. But then what happens when they're gone? When that distraction is over, well, then it's you again. Like I said, they can't be here all the time. Maybe that's sometimes, you know, when you need the most help and you need to go to treatment because you can't be alone. And that's something I've been toying with the idea of, is maybe I need to be taken care of for a bit so I can take care of myself and then try to regulate myself emotionally. But I've got to walk before I can run, and right now I'm barely crawling. But I'm here, right? I'm here. Anyways, I love you guys, and I'm sorry this wasn't super cute and funny. It sure was an emotional roller coaster. But I know that you guys love me and care about me, and a big part of this channel is me just being real and vulnerable. And if I didn't do that, if I waited until I was like, you know, pretty and bubbly and making my little comments and insights, you know, in the way that I do, it just wouldn't be the same. Everyone has their moments, and this is mine. And I'm not gonna hide that. I'm not an idea of a person. I am a person. And I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not. Anyways, I hope you're having a great evening, morning, or afternoon, and I bid you adieu. I hope all is well, and I will see you soon. Love you guys. If only could, I'd make a deal.